All right, so I'm in the van right now. I saw a few people ask about how to stay cool in your van for the summer or when it's hot. So I want to go ahead and address that issue. Not that I have a solution for it. This is just how I'm running it. I have two fans, so one on the ceiling, or two on the ceilings, so one in the front, one in the back. I have a 2023 Sprinter all-wheel drive 144. I have this fan here, which has been my favorite fan ever. It's really quiet at night and it's child-proof, so if your kids stick their finger in there, it's not going to chop it off. Then I also have a T-style window on the driver's side. I camped in around 85 degree weather, and it dropped down to like 80, so it's still pretty warm in here, especially if there's a lot of people in the van. It'll get hotter at night, so you do need ventilation. So what I normally do is I put this fan here as an exhaust, so it'll be pushing air out. So all the hot air that accumulates up top, it'll be getting sucked out from this fan, and then this fan's blowing air in. So right over the bed, I had someone sleeping down here once, so I go ahead and place the fan kind of facing downward towards them, and then I have my T-style windows open. I also have this EcoFlow Wave 2 AC unit. This is a portable AC unit with, I forgot who makes this, I'll tag it or whatever, this plate here that goes in the window, so you can have your window closed in this, and that way you can run your AC vents that way. There's also a drain AC that you're gonna have to add, but I connect mine in the rear. It's in the rear. I'll show you. Maybe I could do a B-roll of it, but it's in the rear, and I have that hose dripping into an empty water bottle, so in case I have any drainage that needs to come out of the unit, it'll just drain into that water bottle. So with this battery that you can purchase separately, you can get 4 hours of like the fastest and coldest setting from this unit. I have a battery system. It's Goal Zero Yeti 3000X, and I can run this unit for about 11 to 12 hours non-stop, so all night practically on full blast. So, and then after that my battery's dead. So I don't know if you have a better battery system than I do. You could probably run it for longer, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would run this on eco mode to kind of cool down the van inside, and just hopefully it doesn't get too hot. But I didn't end up using this because I had good ventilation. The temperatures at night were only about 80 degrees and the fans did enough. But if you're hanging out in your van or whatever during the day and you want to run this will be perfect for like a quick 4 hour. You got to do office work like I do and stuff. So I run this for like an hour or two and then turn it off, charge the rest after I'm done using it. But I'm going to show you how cold it gets compared to the AC in the vehicle. I have a temperature gauge here and I can show you how cold it's going to get. So right now the outside temp is 106 supposedly. I don't know, it could be a little cooler, but 106. And on the unit we have 97.4 inside, right? But the door's open and the AC's on, so maybe that's kind of giving it a little higher. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on and then see how cold we can get this at. So as we wait for this to kick on like 100%, so this is going to be sucking air in from the outside and then pushing all that hot air outward. So we're getting everything from the outside. I know someone that had asked in the Facebook group asked if there's something that is windowless, like they don't have to have their windows open. I don't think there is, because you are going to be blowing hot air back into your van if you have the unit without any outside access. So that's why this little plate here comes in handy. That way you can organize everything and keep your windows closed. All right, so now I have the car AC on at full blast. I'm gonna check it, see how cold it gets, or how cold it is. See it right there. 30, let's just say 30. That's how cold we're getting out of the AC. So the EcoFlow is doing 57, 55, 54, let's just call it 51. So 51 compared to the what, 30 something from the vehicle AC. I mean, I don't think that's too bad. That's pretty cold. Feels really nice. 50. So keep in mind, if I am running the Wave 2, I have everything closed, all my windows. The only thing that I'm doing is I'm cracking the vents open. I'm not even gonna have the fan on both of them. That way, whatever air, hot air or heat that lingers up top can escape out through there, and then the van will stay a little bit more comfortable. So far I've only tested this one time when I was in here for about an hour. I turned this on the way that it is. I had everything closed. Outside it was around 90 something degrees. It was a pretty warm day, and I was pretty comfortable inside. I didn't have this thermometer or anything, so I can't tell you what the degrees was inside, but I hate the heat and I was pretty comfortable inside. Granted, this was facing me, so I had it kind of like this, and I was sitting in this position, so it was like I was getting the perfect amount of air, so I was pretty comfortable just doing my work here. I don't go out in the summer a lot. To me, this is perfect. I don't think I will get an overhead AC, but I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But for now, this has been working out just fine. Whenever it drops down, I can just plug this into the outlet down here. I just use the battery from the van. So it's pretty convenient. I like having it. It is pretty bulky, as you can see. Hopefully I don't unplug anything, but it is pretty bulky. It takes up that whole front seat. Also, by the way, this seat rail is a driver seat rail. I did that on purpose so that I can rotate the seat that way instead of inward. That way I can have this AC unit mounted this way and have space to have my lines running out the window. If you don't have it, I'm sure you can still turn it around and kind of angle your AC unit, but for me this works just fine. So I'm not sponsored or anything by EcoFlow. I know my buddy picked one up about 2.5 months ago around, and he purchased it for like $1,500 and some change. I don't remember exactly. I'll probably post it up. I'll ask him to send me a screenshot, and then I looked it up right now and it's saying $500 off, so it's like around $1,300 shipped to my location. I don't know, it might be different for you, but I don't know. These were $2,000 when they first came out, and they just keep dropping in price, so I'm wondering if they'll become cheaper later down the road. So maybe if you want to wait, or maybe if this is the best it's going to get, I don't know, you might want to check that out, but I'll leave the link of this in the description down below so you can check it out for yourself. All right, so in the end, I think this is a great option for someone that wants a portable AC unit and can't really afford the overhead AC, because think about it, you're also going to need a lot of power. That's really expensive. You need to wire everything up, and yeah, so you can always upgrade if you have a rear ceiling fan or even a front one, because the AC units do fit in that hole, so you don't need to cut anything else extra. That's why I didn't get mine right away. I wanted to see if I can make it work without overhead AC, and so far I'm okay with it. I don't go out in the summer too much. I don't live in here, so I don't really need an overhead AC. I have somewhat of a good power system, but if I were to get an overhead AC, I would definitely upgrade that GoZero 3000X to maybe the 6000X. That way I get a little bit more power, but right now I'm pretty comfortable with everything. I can always hook that up to my van and have that running for a little longer if I wanted to. So yeah, I think this is a good buy for those of you that want AC. It's pretty cheap, especially right now. Maybe it'll be cheaper though, I don't know.